Today, I didn't want to do this video. Today, I feel like the limelight is on Sycamore and on the founders a lot, so I feel a bit judged already. But I acknowledge that most of it is in my head, so I'm here to do this video and keep up with my streak. Today is 1st of July 2026. Today, CBN announced Sycamore MFB license has been revoked. But I do not panic. I am not stressed out. I knew about this beforehand, and what I did was, when I heard it, I practiced the principle of thanking God in the circumstance. To get it, I thank God in the circumstance, and I'm still grateful to God that this has happened. What will come out of this, I am not sure. I do not know. I don't claim to be very, spiritual, and I don't know what's going to come out of it. What I do know, though, is that what I've done in Thanksgiving has brought the finger of God into the situation to turn it around for my good. Yeah, that's what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen. So yes, our license, MFB license, was revoked by CBN today. And no panic, because we have other licenses that we work with. And, it's because it's financial services. People panic and say, oh my God, let me take my money out. And I've got one or two of those calls today. And interestingly, how people react sort of shows you the kind of people to keep in your circle into the future. So I had one person say something like, I got you, like, me, I trust you. You guys are going to come out of this. Don't worry about it. We had one person who, we said, please, I hope you've heard about this. They said, yeah, no problem. Sent in the money they sent in. Like, no jokes. Sent in upwards of, like, really hefty funds. Like, funds. Do you get me? Funds. And I'm just like, meanwhile, there were still people who I do not judge. I completely understand where they're coming from. It's Nigeria. A lot of stories have happened in the past. Someone called me and said, before I saw the circular, the person called me and said, Benye, what's going on about your license? I need my money back. No problem. When do you need it? Today. No problem. We got a few of those reactions. So you get mixed reactions. It's what you now do with those reactions that really matter. So it feels like the worst happened, but it didn't. Because we have a SEC license, we're still, supervised by the Securities Commission in Nigeria. We have other licenses. So, what we got in addition? We got media coverage, free media coverage. In fact, Techabal took it upon themselves to pick out Sycamore MFB out of 46 other defunct, 46 other MFBs. If I say other defunct, it seems like we are all together in it. We are not defunct. We are functional. Okay? So 46 other MFBs that were listed and did an article on us. Free media coverage. Do you understand what I mean? So in the situation, how do you react when it feels like, because the call I got on this, the recent call I got on this thing was, Onye, the worst has happened. From that moment, I went into disaster recovery mode. What are we doing? What are we doing? How are we doing it? What are we doing? Like that. So, yes, over the next few days, we'll be managing the ripple effect of the announcement, and we'll see how it goes. This is not to water down the effect of it, because let me tell you the truth. Even though yesterday when I heard, the first reaction was to thank God, because that's what we've been taught, and that's us. That's me welcoming the finger of God into the situation. Today, with all the yapping around it, I felt bad. I felt, and I'm not sure, I feel like a grieving spirit just settled on me, like, and I couldn't shake it off the entire day. In fact, somebody came. I was with my sisters when I got the news, and we had just finished lunch. I said, you know what, let me just go back to the office. So I went back to the office, and I sat, took a few calls, and then someone came to see me, and he was so sweet. He was literally so sweet. I just said, oh, that I just got this news. And he was like, oh my God, are you okay? He came for something totally different. In the scheme of things, what he came for, he was like, he's sorry that he's even bringing it up now. It's a non-factor. So it's like, oh, can I, what's it called? Can I? He offered me like a massage session, a spa session, a whole spa session. I was like, okay, thank you. Would you come tomorrow? You seem stressed, something. I'm like, okay, thank you. You noticed. Dream New Earth. The news I got was that our Sycamore MFB license was revoked. It's a microfinance banking license, tier 1, tier 2. Anyways, it was revoked, and that has caused a bit of panic among some customers. Yeah. So anyways, this guy, says, oh my God, can I? And I'm like, oh, you're very sweet, but there's no need. Like, I think at that point I was already starting to feel sad. And then I go home. No, before I left the office, another news from another angle came through. Oh, another company that I serial entrepreneur. How serial entrepreneurs, how are you guys managing? Because today was hard hitting for me. So another one called me from the restaurant, say, oh, that such and such is happening, this and that and the other. Hello, Farah. And I'm like, okay, today is when it has to happen. Everything is hitting at the same time. So I'm like, okay. I think that one was the thing that tilted, like pushed me over the edge, because I was on edge already. And oh, this and that, like someone brought news in such a way that it was like panicky. And I'm like, yeah, actually, I do recognize that it does hide a gift, and I'm just waiting to see what it is. I'm literally a child on Christmas morning waiting to see through the wraps and things. Anyways, that something else has happened, and I'm like, so I just packed up and I left the office, and I came home, and I felt so down. I was in such a terrible place. In fact, I can't even lie. Hard girl, serial entrepreneur, everything. We cried. Yeah. Not crying in terms of, oh my God, why? No, it was just sad, So I remember I was talking to someone very close to me, and I said, you know what, I have to go. Give me a minute, please. I just need to get off this call and be by myself. So I went in, locked my room, laid down on the bed, and doom scrolled for hours. And I know for sure that it's not ideal or whatever. I just needed to escape from my mind for a minute, because in doing that, what has happened is I was now able to bring myself to do this video, and to just talk through what I'm feeling. And do you know how therapeutic it is that you feel something and you're not keeping it to yourself, you're actually talking through it, so that you can see, okay, it's not really such a big deal like that. How it's being in your head is literally, we can walk through it. You know what I mean? So that's where I am in my head. You never tested more than you can take. It's to grow. Stay positive and trust that better is coming. I am so grateful, Farah. Thank you so much for the encouraging words. So yeah, that's what happened today. I Yeah. Okay. I am a churchgoer and I am Christian. Yeah. And I believe in prayer. Yeah. Okay. So, just to wrap this up, because I typically do about 10 to 15 minutes of yapping every night to to I was going to say therapeutize myself, but I recognize strongly that that's not a word. So I'm going to not say it and say something like, just journal my experience. So at the end of it, I typically say my confessions and what I believe strongly to happen to me. Because I believe that the words that we speak are powerful, very powerful. In fact, they are creative. So if they're creative, what am I saying in this situation and about myself to create tomorrow? In fact, we're already in tomorrow, to create the next experience I'm having. So I know that God has said, Onye, I'm about to do a new thing. Now it springs forth. Do you not perceive it? I am making a way in the wilderness and rivers in the desert. I believe it and I receive it. My confession goes thus. That's my anchor scripture. My confession goes thus. I am thankful for abundance of time, health, and wealth. I am constantly making destiny fulfilling decisions as I walk in obedience to God. I walk in favor before God and man, and so my help has come in form of sponsors, in form of custodians of information, custodians of wealth, skilled people, and relevant networks. I have the benefit of foresight, insight, and hindsight. I am never a victim of circumstance. I'm never stuck. I'm never at a loss of for words. I'm never confused. I'm wise beyond my years. Wisdom is my sister. Understanding is my closest friend. When I go out this week, my steps do not end in dark, narrow passages. I do not waste time making wrong turns. Everywhere I go, every decision I make, I am making the right decision. Nothing dies in my hands. Sycamore is in my hands. Chocos is in my hands. Bedrock is in my hands. Nothing dies in my hands. The Onye Okonji Foundation is in my hands, and all its subsidiaries. God teaches my hands to make war so that a bow of steel is broken by my hands. Every day and in every way, I'm getting better. Spiritually, physically, morally, intellectually, financially, and in every way, I am getting better. Thank you, Jesus. So yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Farah, for engaging me and for just talking through this video with me, and to all of you who have joined and just listen to me. Yeah, basically. I'm gonna go to bed now, and I will see you guys in tomorrow's video. Hopefully, I do it a little earlier than this because literally this is past midnight now in Nigeria, where I am, and there's work tomorrow. So one of the things I'm looking forward to tomorrow is social dancing. Yeah, so that's something to look forward to. I think we always have to find joy intentionally in every situation. So yeah, good night for now. See you tomorrow. Bye for now.